What happened in Mecca shocked the whole world. The world whether the last judgment has reached. Mecca. Could this be familiar from God? Last week, Saudi Arabia was surprised by flash floods in several parts of the country, while all over the kingdom have been recorded heavy. The unexpected phenomenon has left Islam's holiest city at the epicenter of a natural disaster that has deeply shaken the spiritual hearts of the faithful and has resonated around the world. Our goal is to provide you a detailed and unbiased analysis of these extraordinary. Let's explore the layers of this unfathomable mystery, finding out if are we simply dealing with an extreme weather event, phenomenon, or if there is something deeper, perhaps even prophetic. This journey is not just a superficial observation of facts. Let's go deeper into the storms that have shaken Mecca, unraveling every detail and revealing every hidden aspect of this natural disaster. We are here to guide you through every amazing discovery and every mystery solved in an exploration that promises to be as fascinating as it is revealing. Just the whims of Mother Nature or cosmic forces at work transforming this event into something much that's really behind the flooding in Mecca. Stay tuned to understand everything that's going on, and at the end of this video, leave your comments and subscribe to our channel. Imagine the following. A llama suddenly becomes an arena. Stunning. Mecca, the holy city, has been hit by flooding. It's like something out of blockbuster movie rather than reality, and here we are facing this unforeseen disaster, and the question on everyone's mind is why. That question goes beyond the idea that a city facing hardship is a sacred place where millions of people come together on spiritual journeys in search of comfort and connection. The impact of this event extends far beyond Mecca to the country of Saudi Arabia. The effects of this amazing natural phenomenon, it's not just about one city that is struggling to cope with the aftermath. It's about sharing the experience of a community and the entire country, forcing us to embrace the unexpected and think about its far-reaching consequences. Today we live in very difficult days when prophecies are being fulfilled, but many people are unaware of what's going on in the world. So I've made my digital book, the Bible, Prophecy Revealing the End Times, and I've made it available. Musical note: download it right now on the first musical note attached comment. This book will help you unravel all the mysteries, biblical prophecies that will change your life. Click on the first pinned comment because we have very few units and it will be deleted. Click right now and get your digital book to understand the depth of the impact of this flood, to consider the importance of Mecca in the spiritual life of Muslims. Mecca is home to the Kaaba, the holy God's house where all Muslims turn during their daily prayers. Is also the purpose of the Hajj, a pilgrimage that every Muslim must make at least once in his life, if he has the physical and financial. This city is not just on the map, it's a spiritual center of great importance, filled with historical and religious. When the floods hit Mecca, the effects were felt immediately, and the images and videos of the flooding quickly went viral on social, showing water flooding streets and mosques, including the Grand Mosque. Mecca is for many the site of these images. The Grand Mosque, which is usually a place of peace and of reverence, now seemed vulnerable and threatened by the forces of nature. The Holy Bible offers several passages that help us to reflect on natural disasters and their consequences. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 7:27 IU, emphasizing the importance of building on solid musical notes. So anyone who hears musical note these words of mine and do them, I will musical note like a river, and the winds blew and they musical note fought against that house, and it did not fall, because it was founded on rock. This passage teaches us that in the face of adversity, true strength and resilience comes from a solid spiritual. In the case of the Mecca, the floods can be seen as a test of the fortitude and faith of those who live there and of those who make the pilgrimage there. Pilgrimage, the emotional and spiritual. The impact of this event is significant. It reminds us of the fragility of life and the need for strong faith. Arabia as a nation has also suffered. Mecca is a national and spiritual symbol, and any damage to the city is felt by the population. The government and local authorities have had to act quickly to mitigate the damage and ensure the safety of residents and pilgrims. Emergency measures were taken such as evacuation, providing shelter and assistance to those in need. The event also highlighted the issues of climate change and preparedness for natural flooding in unexpected areas. Remind us of the need to be prepared for the unpredictability of Mecca's infrastructure, as well as many other cities had to be revised and strengthened to prevent so much damage from future natural disasters. In the Bible, the book of Genesis tells the story of the flood in which God commissions Noah to build an ark to save his family and animals from the great flood that will destroy the earth. 6-9. This biblical account serves as a reminder of God's supreme sovereignty over nature and the importance of being in harmony with the divine will. In a modern context, such natural events such as the flooding in Mecca make us think about our relationship with the environment and our responsibility to care for the divine creation. The global Muslim community has also felt the consequences of this. For many, Mecca is a place of deep spiritual significance, and the sight of the city facing such a catastrophe can shake faith and a sense of security. But it also solidarity and unity among Muslims who are coming together to help and support each other in times of need. In times like these, faith and community are crucial to the recovery and sustainability. The Holy Bible, in passages like Isaiah 4110, offers comfort and hope. Do not be afraid, for I am with thee, not afraid, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee, I will help thee. Musical note: I will uphold thee with the right hand of truth. Musical note: this promise of divine support is a source of strength for many who are facing the flooding in Mecca. Reminds us of the interconnectedness of natural phenomena, spirituality and society. As we reflect on this event, we are called to consider not only the physical causes and effects, but also the spiritual and emotional. The consequences are an opportunity to strengthen our faith, to support one another, and to find ways to be more prepared for the unexpected. In addition, this event emphasizes the importance of preserving and caring for sacred sites. Maintaining the integrity and security of Mecca is vital not only for Saudi Arabia, but to the global Muslim. Just as in the Bible, where sacred sites and temples were carefully guarded and maintained, the same thing must be done today to ensure that future generations will be able to continue their pilgrimage and find spiritual solace in Mecca. The flooding in Mecca also serves as a reminder that despite technological advances and modern infrastructure, nature is still capable to surprise and challenge us. The Bible, with its stories of resilience and fortitude in the face disasters, offers a source of wisdom and guidance, and ultimately this event calls us to reflect on our own spirituality, our preparedness for the unexpected, and our responsibility to care for each other and the world around us. I realize now that Mecca and the flood in the same sentence is not as surprising as it may seem. The evidence is clearly visible in the streets and the buildings of this sacred city. We're not just dealing with speculation. We have concrete evidence after the event. There were widespread images of flooded streets, of flooded sacred sites, of rebuilding nations, the world as a global village, puzzled and hungry for answers. This is not just a local incident. It is an event of enormous proportions that has sparked debate around the world. As we explore this chapter, we are not just observers, we're investigators looking for the truth about this unthinkable. The impact of sacred rituals and common prayers on the spiritual and social structure of Mecca is undeniable. The Holy Bible gives us several passages that help us to reflect on natural disasters and their consequences. For example, in the Gospel of Matthew 724-27, Jesus tells the parable of the two builders, emphasizing the importance of building on a solid foundation. He says, "Whosoever heareth these words of mine, and doth them, like a river, and the winds blew, and they fought against this house, and it did not fall, because it was built on rock." This passage teaches us that in the face of adversity, true strength and resilience comes from a solid spiritual foundation. When the floods hit Mecca, the effects were felt immediately, and images and videos of the flooding quickly went viral on social, showing water flooding streets and mosques, including the Grand Mosque. Mecca, for many, the sight of these images was shocking and disturbing. Sword of peace and awe now seemed vulnerable and threatened by the forces of nature. In times of calamity, the Bible offers us comfort and guidance. In Isaiah chapter 41:10, God promises, "For I am with you, not to be afraid, for I am your God, I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will help you, I will not be afraid. I am your God, I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you in righteousness." This promise is a source of strength and comfort to those who face hardship, and reminds us that we are not alone. Saudi Arabia, as a nation, has also suffered greatly. The Mecca is a national and spiritual symbol, and any damage to the city is felt by the population. The government and local authorities have had to act to mitigate the damage and ensure the safety of residents and pilgrims. Emergency measures were taken, such as evacuation, providing shelter and assistance to those in need. The event also highlighted the issues of climate change and preparedness for natural disasters. Flooding in unexpected areas remind us of the need to be prepared for unpredictability. Mecca's infrastructure, like many other cities, had to be revised and strengthened to prevent so much damage from future natural disasters. In the Bible, the book of Genesis tells the story of the flood, in which God instructs Noah to build an ark to save his family and animals from the great flood that will destroy the earth. The story serves as a reminder of God's sovereign power over nature and the importance of being in harmony with the divine will. In a modern context, such natural phenomena such as the flooding in Mecca make us reflect on our relationship with the environment and our responsibility to care for the divine creation. The global Muslim community has also felt the impact of this event. For many, Mecca is a place of deep spiritual significance, and the sight of the city facing such a catastrophe can shake faith and a sense of security. But it can also strengthen solidarity and unity amongst the Muslims who are coming together to help and support each other in times of need. Faith and community are crucial in recovery and sustainability. The Holy Bible, in passages such as Epistle to the Romans 828 Minu, offers us a vision of hope. Musical note: and we know that all things work together for good. Musical note: to those who love God and are called according to His. This verse reminds us that even in the midst of hardship there is a higher purpose and divine a plan. In Saudi Arabia has manifested too. Forces of Mother Nature. Let's dispel the stereotype that comes to mind when you think of Saudi Arabia, Arabia must be a vast, dry desert, under a blazing sun, isn't it? Well, brace yourself, because recent events have revealed a very different reality. Mother Nature has unleashed her rage, and Saudi Arabia is no longer limited to a narrative of arid landscapes. Let us present the undeniable proof of flooding. The chaos-inducing torrents of rain, crashing down where once dominated vast desert streets. Musical note: once covered with sand, now musical note, flooded, turning an arid the landscape into a spectacle that defies all. Recent events have shown that Saudi Arabia, thought to be a desert, can fall victim to unforeseen natural phenomena. The country, known for its vast expanses of sand and extreme heat, has been hit by torrential rains, causing torrential floods. These floods have transformed desert landscapes into temporary the rivers of Vira. The Bible tells of several events in which nature transcended human. Musical note: VV 37:5-6. We read God. Musical note: wondrously rattling his voice, doing great things that we do not understand. To the snow he says, go to the ground, and to the rain, and rain be strong. Of God's power over nature and how he can use natural events to draw mankind's attention to his greatness and dominion, had to be quickly adapted to the new reality, and to support the victims were mobilized. Humanitarian: this event also serves as a reminder of our responsibility as stewards of the divine, of creation in existence. 1:28 a.m. God blesses mankind and commands them to rule over and care for the earth. This mandate calls to the environment and to be mindful to the signs of change that may affect our survival and well-being. In short, the flooding in Mecca and the flooding in Saudi Arabia are events that are forcing us to reassess our perceptions and strengthen our faith. They remind us of the unpredictability of nature and the importance of a strong spiritual foundation to withstand adversity. As we reflect on these events in the light of the Bible, we find comfort, guidance, and a call to action to take better care